So the thing that everybody's going to talk about from the AEW All Out night is not Chris Jericho's participation in the press conference or the media scrum, as it's called, or Tony Khan's endless money comments. It's like the Punk. What do you want to call it? The breakdown, the stuff afterwards. The thing I took away from it, as I've listened to other shows, other wrestling reporters talking about work or no work. I think you probably got that question from people, right, Kev? I'm sure people have said to you, "What do you think? What do you think?" If you're asking that question, it worked.
Oh, exactly. Exactly. And the thing is, since Punk's already went through this, he's already went through this at another company. So
Yeah.
it's not like it's not like there's nothing that he,
Well, he's very aware of what he's doing, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. The fact is that it came to blows. So when it comes to blows, now it's not a work anymore.
Well, but couldn't I take you aside and
I'm
say,
not letting you punch me in the fucking face for
well,
fucking
I don't know
for the sake of fake wrestling? Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck that. Let me tell one of the guys in the back, yeah, I'm gonna fucking waffle you with my fucking.
Well, it could have been a pull apart, right? Like, how clean
it
was this? Do you
wasn't.
know anyone that was there?
Yeah.
Okay, and what did they tell you?
I mean, fucking the one guy, Alex Steele, bit fucking Omega. It was a fucking fight. Like, a chair got thrown.
Mm-hmm. I heard all this, but I got no specific details, and I don't know if I was necessarily hearing from people that were there versus internet reporter types. So listen, if you got confirmation, I guess, that this biting and shit, then
right, and Punk fired the first round
with his mouth out
at
the press conference.
He punched one of the Bucks in the back.
So that's okay. So he has the conference. He walks out. He's obviously confronted. The EVP comments, obviously referencing them and Omega, I guess. So they confront him backstage, and he throws the first punch. Yes.
Yes, from what I've heard.
Okay. And then everybody just.
I personally was not there.
Right. But you talked to workers that were.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
At least they're telling me that.
So, all right, let's go into business mode here. It happened. It's a shoot. You're Tony Khan. Are there repercussions, or are you thinking about how to turn this into the next pay-per-view?
Well, I mean, I look at it as in my cunning brain, how convenient that the guy that you're gonna maybe toss out of your company or maybe wants to leave has your world title.
Yeah.
How's that make you feel? So we're, you got put over. Now you got the bargaining chip, and then you go into business for yourself.
So he can kind of take this and run with it. But I mean, honestly, if Tony Khan wanted to get rid of him because of this, he could just get rid of him, have a tournament for the belt, right?
Shit. Tony Khan's got enough money to fucking get rid of him.
Get rid of him.
Yeah, talk about Detroit. Get rid of him.
But so even if this happened, and a couple, some guys had a little incident, as it wouldn't be the first locker room brawl in the history of wrestling.
Oh no!
Can you take this and say, guys, we gotta start working now. We gotta put this aside. I don't know if they would. I don't know if they're the types that would do that.
I think it's going to for it to come to blows and professional, like with a bunch of fucking pros, and Phil's a pro. I mean,
Is what he did at the press conference the actions of a pro?
You're talking about like
I'm talking all of it.
I mean,
Colt
like,
Cabana, he says to
but you're
what's his
saying
name?
what you're basically doing though is like, I'm a lot like he is. Like, well, there's times in your life when you just don't give a fuck, and if something's really bothering you, it's making you fucking like, you just get it off your fucking chest. I'm sure
Right.
that when he probably thought about it later on, he would have, he probably would want to take some things back, but we all do,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
I just think I always appreciate in wrestling in this time where everybody's cynical and everybody's smart, and everybody's on the internet and listen to podcasts and all that. Whenever they can generate discussion about whether something was a work or a shoot, that's the
Always,
heart of wrestling.
it's
That's the
always
heart of the business.
it's the money. That's the money right now.
Yeah. So whether Punk was a dick for doing it or not, what you've got in AEW now,
well,
is
then you've got what you call it came back at the end of the night.
MJF.
Yeah, the devil. And so MJF comes back at the end of the night, and you got CM Punk versus him. So
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by it all.
I think he's going to end up the babyface.
Punk?
No.
Oh, MJ. Yeah, it's interesting it'll be interesting to see where this goes from here because of the nature of how they're playing it. And although we can't forget you brought up something poignant last week when you said they're booking for the smarts.
Yeah.
And this was very much, if any of this was discussed, whether the punches and bites were real, if any of this was discussed or they run with this is definitely booking for the smarts.
Yeah, and it's bad.